What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I did a creative beauty shoot with a new model that I haven't worked with before. Her name is Alyssa. I'm gonna put her tag right here and make sure you go follow her on Instagram. She is really good and she really deserves the recognition. So for this shoot today, we really tried to go for like an elegant beauty look. We got some flowers. I have a florist that is actually 2 blocks away from my house, so I was able to go there this morning and pick up some fresh flowers. They definitely gave me a lot, really good prices, and I got probably more than what I needed in regards to actual flowers for the shoot. But I think it went really, really well. So let's go ahead and let's jump into some of the BTS and I'll show you guys what we got. So as you guys can see here, I am using a 2 light setup. I'm using a decent size octa, pretty close to get that nice soft light, as well as a soft box to her right, feathered out to get in some of that fill. And one of the first shots we got was this one right here. I'm really in love with the way this looks. It's soft, it's elegant. I kind of feel like your emotions can go wherever they want to about this. You know, I am really just love the way the flowers came out. They are really good in that nice soft light. And we kind of use this lighting setup for a couple different looks, but on this one, it was great. And here's another shot that we did. This is awesome as well. Feels very humanistic. There's a lot of detail, a lot of definition. It's exactly what I was going for when I shot it. As you can see, I'm still tethering throughout all this. It's really smart to make sure that you're tethered up so you can see the photos right away. Otherwise, you're just relying on your LCD screen. And the third photo we got was this one right here. Again, really good look. The baby's breath and the flowers just all really mesh really well with the white background. And I'm just really happy with this overall look. I really think we nailed it, and this nice soft light just really polishes it off. All right, guys, so moving on to the second look here. So we took the flowers and we were able to pin them in her hair and kind of, again, make this really cool, elegant look. We kept all the same lighting setup, except I brought the octabox a little bit higher. Originally, I was going for a Rembrandt style, but I decided against that and just kind of wanted the nice fill. Yeah, it really came out nice. You know, I was really happy with it. The first one is right here. Really nice beauty shot. Again, really elegant, really nice and soft light, which is exactly what we were going for. Great catch lights in the eyes. And overall, you know, I really didn't want to add any other lights or take away any. Another look here. Same kind of idea, just a little bit different of an angle. The baby's breath wrapping around the cheek here is definitely what makes it for me. The catch lights as well, very important. Make sure you get those. Moving on here, this is a little bit more of a torso shot. Same idea, literally the same look, but it's the angles that make a difference. And this is the last one. There are more. These are just kind of the ones that I saw when I was putting together the footage for this video. I'm really happy with this look, especially. It was perfect. Okay, so that was the first couple looks that we did of the shoot. I really love the idea with the flowers. It was really elegant, like I said a million times. I know I keep using that word, but that's just how I feel about the content. I used a 2 light setup. Like I said, I was using a 38-inch octa and a 2-foot long softbox. And the softbox was mainly just to add some filler and as well to keep the background from going too gray and if you light it too much, it'll be too white. And I've never really been a fan of the pure white. I just think it's really flat. I think using gray or even like that off-white-ish gray, that's a word. I think that's a little bit better for dimension and depth. I just think white is just not my thing. I've done it a couple times, but I really like how these came out. The flowers definitely make it. Some of these looks with the baby's breath kind of hitting the cheek, I think really adds to the innocence and vulnerability of the vibe. You know, yeah, so with that said and done, let's move on to the last the last look that we did of the shoot. All right, guys, so for the last look here, we decided to put up a black background, just try to get some more drama and just with the 1 light setup. So I'm just using the octabox again. I put it up at a 45, originally going for kind of like a Rembrandt look. Didn't really get quite Rembrandt, but it still came out really nice. This is the first shot right here. It came out awesome, exactly how I wanted it to. I did a little bit of editing in Capture One with some graduated filters. I kind of just brought up the blacks a little bit and kind of gave it like a nice fade. And I messed around with the temperature and the blacks and the whites and the contrast. You know, just really like a real basic edit, just to kind of you know, give it like that nice soft feel. Another photo that we got during the shoot is this one right here, and it also came out great. It's a little bit different of an edit. I didn't do the same edit on it for the video, just because I wanted to show two different versions of this look. This is a little bit more solid, not as much fade. Again, these aren't my full edits as well. These aren't retouched or anything like that. Like I said, just really quick in Capture One, just for the video, and just to kind of show, you know, like what I was actually going for and the look that we kind of wanted. But overall, I'm really in love with this black. It's really dramatic and it's exactly what we want. Alrighty guys, I figured I would take you guys into Capture One and go over those last two photos, especially the one that was kind of faded, because I don't really think I did very well in explaining exactly how I got that look. I'm not even sure if I'm even gonna stick with that look, but it was kind of just what I did at the time and I really liked it. So I figured I would show you guys how I did it in case you were curious if you did kind of like that look. And I'm also gonna show you guys the other photo from the black background set that I kind of messed with in Photoshop. I did like a really cool fine art paintery kind of look. Let me know if you guys like that kind of stuff. And definitely give me a follow on Instagram, and you guys can definitely see that stuff in my future work. So, but for now, let's go ahead and let's jump into Capture One, and I'll show you guys exactly how I got that faded look. All right guys, so here we are in Capture One, right? So here is that photo really quick to show you guys before and after. This is how it was shot right here. And with some adjustments here, this is what we got. So let's go over my adjustments. So I messed with the white balance a little bit. I kind of cooled it down a little bit. Wasn't too sure if I wanted the warm tones. I brought up the exposure to positive 34, contrast positive 3, brightness positive 14, highlights brought them down a little bit to 19, shadows brought them up to positive 21, blacks brought them down to negative 41. If we come down here to the curves with my Luma, I actually crushed the blacks just a little bit, just to kind of get like that nice solid photo blackness, if that makes any sense. Just so that way it doesn't start to look too see-through or too faded. On the other hand, on my RGP, I did fade it up just a little bit with the blacks in the corner, not a lot, just to give it a little bit of fade. And also with our colors here, I decided to go to the reds, if I can find them here. I decided to go to the reds and bring over the hue just a little bit, and bring up the lightness, just to kind of get some of the reds out of the skin. And I also did the same thing with the actual skin tone panel that Capture One offers. As well as I also did another adjustment layer, and with that I used a graduated filter. I'll show you guys that. And you can see here that I started up in the corner, kind of pulled it over just to kind of give us like that nice soft light look. And it came out exactly how I thought it would. So that's basically what I did for this look. Now the other photo that I said I was working on was this one here, which is a little different. It's a much warmer tone. It's basically like a fine art look. I made it like a paintery look. I just messed around with this in Photoshop a little bit. You know, I added on a texture. I messed around with the contrast and stuff. Like it's supposed to look dark. It's supposed to look, you know, like you did it with natural light, you know, and that's kind of the point. It's not retouched or anything, definitely not a final product, but it is kind of something I was messing around with. With all that said and done, guys, that basically wraps up this video for this BTS shoot. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys go follow Alyssa on Instagram. I'm gonna leave her tag right here. She definitely deserves a recognition. Just in case if you didn't see the tag in the beginning, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my tag right down here as well. If you guys do like this kind of content, please subscribe. It really helps me out. It really helps the channel grow. And with all that said and done, I'll see you guys in the next one.